What's your craziest story from the ER? So when I was 18, I worked in this really old Victorian hospital. Like, the kind of building that already feels creepy before anything even happens. All the staff used to joke about the top floor being haunted. They talk about it like it was normal. But I honestly thought they were just messing around until one night we were short-staffed and I got asked to go up to the top floor to help out. I didn't want to seem scared, so I said yes. At first, it was fine. It was quiet. The patients were asleep. But I'll be real, the vibe up there felt off. Like where you weren't actually alone. Then break time came. The nurse I was working with went on her break first, and I was left by myself to watch the sleeping patients. Tried to stay calm. And then I felt it. Someone tapped my shoulder. Not like a light brush, a real tap. Like a finger pressing into the tip of my shoulder. I immediately smiled because I thought the nurse was back already. And I turned around to say, wow, that was quick. But when I turned around, there was no one there. No nurse, no staff, nobody. I even walked around thinking maybe she was behind me or something. The hallway was empty, and that's when it hit me. Something had tapped me, and it felt completely real. I swear the hair on the back of my neck stood up instantly. I got chills all over, and my stomach dropped. I didn't want to panic, so I went and sat down at the nurse's station. About 10 minutes later, the nurse finally came back from her break. She looked at me and asked, "Everything okay?" And I just smiled and said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Because I didn't want her to think I was crazy, but it stayed in my head. And about a week later, I finally told someone what happened on that top floor. And they just looked at me and said, "Oh yeah, that's the ghost up there." Then they told me something even worse. Apparently, some people say they've seen a man in pajamas, but when they turn around, there's no one there. And after what happened to me, I believe them.